Welcome to San Jose Municipal Rose Garden. I'm Terry Riley, co-founder of the Friends of the San Jose Rose Garden. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how we like to deadhead in this beautiful display garden. Maybe a little bit different than what you do at your home garden. We like to wait until the blooms are completely open and falling off with their petals. We do that because we like to have a beautiful display of color throughout our garden. Upon closer examination, you may see that the blooms have been sunburned a little bit, but that's okay, because here at this garden, we like to have massive color display. So in the next few minutes, we're going to show you when to decide to deadhead in a public garden and how to do it. So come along, let me show you how. First of all, why do we deadhead? We deadhead because we want to have new growth for new blooms. I'm going to show you in this particular case where we would deadhead this rose. We have the spent bloom here, and as we follow it down, we see that we have a very small leaf structure here, and a 3-leaf structure here, and then we have a 5-leaf structure there, and then another 5-leaf structure here. Typically you go down to the first 5-leaf structure. You come on in about a 1/4 inch above and make a cut. Just like that. Okay, we'll give you another example here. This is a hybrid tea, single stem. As I move down it, I can see I've got a 3-leaf here. I come down, I see a 5-leaf right there, and I'd give it a cut here. Now, the one thing you want to make sure that you do is you don't want to cut too high. In this case, I'll cut too high, and you'll see a problem. See, that's too high. All right? What you want to do is make sure that you don't cut it too low either. I'll cut too low in this case. All right? See, that's a little too low. It won't support a nice new growth right there. By cutting too high, you have dieback. Cutting too low, it won't support the new growth. So I'm going to go ahead and move down and we'll do a proper cut. Okay, that's a good cut. All right, again, some people like to do a 45-degree, that way water can run off of it. Some people say doing a 90-degree is better because there's less surface area for it to heal. All right, whatever you choose. I've showed you the basics of how to deadhead. Now let's take a look at when to deadhead. Take a look at the beautiful display of roses here in this garden. Now let's take a closer look. Remember, we deadhead so that we can generate new roses on the plant. Look at this beautiful double delight. Now right next to it, you see another bloom that's fully open. It's got a little bit of sunburn too. And as we move out, there's plenty of those as well. But if you notice, if we cut all of those blooms that were fully open and had just a little bit of sunburn, this bed would not be as spectacular as it is. So let's start showing which ones we would deadhead. So, would I go ahead and deadhead this one? Nope. I'm going to leave that for another day. But see this one, I'm going to go ahead and deadhead it. So I'm going to go to the first 5-leaf. Actually, this looks a little spindly, so I'm going to go to the second one. And there we go. I move over here. I see one that's completely gone, and we're going to go ahead and go to there. And in here, I see one that's completely gone as well, and go to the 5-leaf. And looking in here, I see one that's completely gone. And how do you deal when you have two blooms coming off of the same stem? Simple. You just go ahead and cut that one and leave the good one. As you can see here with Double Delight, we like to keep the blooms on until they've really faded and dropped their leaves. If we were to take all the blooms that were fully open and just a little bit of sunburn, the bed might look like this. And I think you'd agree, when walking through a garden, you want to have a lot of color. I would prefer to see a bed that looks like this than looks like that. We spent a little bit of time showing you how to deadhead the single stem roses or the hybrid teas, and those are pretty easy. We're going to spend just a few minutes showing you how to deadhead the cluster roses or the floribundas. Those are a little bit more tricky, but I'll show you how to do it. This is Honey Perfume, a floribunda, and as you can see, the center bud blooms first. What that also means is that one is going to fade first and drop its petals. As I look around, I see some that would require deadheading or the removal of spent blooms. For example, this one right here. All you need to do is find that center one and just cut it out. And it leaves a nice clean bush. Here's another example. Just find the center one. So I'll just go ahead and take this one right here, and we would just snip it off. Now once these three are complete, we'd treat it just like anything else. Go to the first 5 leaf and cut it back. So that's how we deadhead to keep maximum color here in the San Jose Municipal Rose Garden. I hope that you can see that it's effective. I'm Terry Riley with the Friends of the San Jose Rose Garden. I hope you'll come out to visit us sometime. Let me show you how.